A list of mania. Think less but see it grow.
Hello everybody, it's the Gnome and welcome to your February 2017 episode of 10 for 12. If you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Let me give you a little bit of an understanding of what 10 for 12 is. It is a monthly segment that I have been doing for quite a number of years, and there will be a playlist featured at the end of the video, where I like to make a top 10 list of anything that is something that I enjoy, whether it's about movies or books or music, or in this case today, which is something that I've been seeing happen for the past couple of years. We're going to be talking about Funko Pops today. And as always, I am going to be collaborating with some other fellow YouTubers, and I'm going to be working on this top 10 list with my friends Julith and Gina. Gina is a great friend and booktuber, and Julith is just a pop culture and collecting extraordinaire. They are both two fantastic ladies. Their channels will be linked as well as their respective videos below. And we are also members of a Facebook group called Basement Geeks, which of course was created by one of my favorite YouTubers, Tracey, and her husband Jason over at Tracey's Basement. This is basically where pop culture geeks come together and love to just talk about anything, but mostly it's Funko Pops, let's be honest, because that's really the reason why we all got together and created this group in the first place. There will be a link provided there as well. So, the Funko Pop theme today is going to be the 10 most anticipated Funko Pops, or pop lines, that we are most excited about coming out this year, or at least that were announced that are supposed to be coming out this year, because especially since Toy Fair just happened this past week, we have just been seeing so many awesome, exciting things that Funko is having to offer, things that they announced before 2016 came to end, and now we finally saw some glam shots, so a lot of this is becoming a reality, so we're all very excited. So, without further ado, I will give you my top 10 most anticipated Funko Pops of 2017. Number 10 is a true favorite of mine. It is the Tommy Boy line. We didn't get any pictures just yet, but they were announced. I am going to be pretty much certain that there are going to be two, and I'm sure it's going to be Tommy and Richard, of course played by Chris Farley and David Spade. But would it be cool if we actually maybe got the Pop ride, the car, because that would definitely be an awesome Pop ride to see. But Tommy Boy is one of my favorite movies. It is one of the funniest movies of all time, so to actually know that I will be getting the fat man in a little coat as a Pop, that would just be fantastic. Number 9 is one that I have been waiting for many years, and it is the Looney Tunes line. I mean, you have so many Disney characters, and you have other famous faces in animation, yet it took them so long to finally bring us these classic Warner Brothers characters. Of course, we heard about the Space Jam line in London Toy Fair, so that was pretty awesome, but at Emerald City Comic Con, we are going to be seeing the first of hopefully many Looney Tunes characters. Not to mention the fact that we also have the Duck Dodgers line, but with Michigan J. Frog officially kicking off the Looney Tunes line, and that's definitely the one that I want to add to my collection, we are going to be finally getting these awesome Warner Brothers characters to have as our very own in pop form. Number 8 is Justice League, the movie, of course, the Zack Snyder movie, which I'm really excited for. I mean, I already have some awesome pops from the DCEU thanks to Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. Not really so keen on the Wonder Woman line, especially considering the fact that I love the Wonder Woman pop that I have. Still considering if I want to get the Steve Trevor or any other characters that they introduced, like Ares, who officially was announced recently, who's going to be played by David Thewlis, so I'm very excited about that. But the Justice League line, you know, I have to have the rest of my DC heroes. I want my Flash pop, I want my Cyborg pop, and if you haven't collected any of the Justice League characters like Superman or Batman, the pop line for Justice League, it's a great place to get started, especially if you want to get an awesome look at that brand new Superman that's going to be added to this awesome line. Number 7 is the HBO sensation Westworld. I love this show to death, and yeah, I think you might be surprised why it's not in my top 5 or possibly even my top 3, but that's just because of the fact that I'm more so of a fan of the show than the pop line itself. I mean, I want to get at least one character that represents the show for my collection, and that has to be the Man in Black, because I need Ed Harris. He is one of my favorite character actors to to have Ed Harris in pop form would be awesome for me, so the fact that I will be adding him as representative of my Westworld collection would be awesome. Number 6 is one of my all-time favorite television shows. I wish I could say it was the Seinfeld line, which I'm still waiting for patiently, but it is the Married with Children line. Next to Seinfeld, Married with Children is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, and with so many barriers that have been broken in terms of vulgarity with television these days, when you take a look at these old episodes of Married with Children, it is still the dirtiest, it is still the raunchiest, it is still the most vulgar, but yet still the most hilarious with all of those things roped in. Maybe Drawn Together could slightly pass it, but that's another story for another time. I am so excited to finally have my own little Al Bundy, because Al Bundy is one of the most amazing characters in all of television to me. Ed O'Neill did wonders for that show, not to mention the rest of the cast, because everybody played their role, but I don't know what he's going to look like. I mean, what I would love to see is I would love to see a pop of him wearing a Gnome shirt. That would be the one I would love to see. And I also want to see how all the other family members are going to look. I mean, Peg and Kelly and Bud and even Marcy and Jefferson Darcy. I mean, I just am so excited to see what these glam shots are going to look like. So hopefully we will find out very, very soon. Number 5 is the DreamWorks series Troll Hunters. If you haven't watched this show, I know I haven't reviewed it yet, but that's because I only review television shows twice a year. Troll Hunters was created by Guillermo del Toro, and it had a great cast including the late Anton Yelchin, Kelsey Grammer, and Ron Perlman. If you love Guillermo del Toro, you will love this amazing family-oriented fantasy show that also pays a great homage to the great Saturday morning cartoons of the past. It is so much fun, it is so exciting, and I love these characters so much. Blinky is my favorite character. He is the troll that is voiced by the brilliant Kelsey Grammer, and knowing that I will actually have him as a member of my pop collection is just so exciting to me. Please, go on Netflix and watch this show. If fantasy, if action, if comedy, and Guillermo del Toro is your cup of tea, please don't hesitate. Watch Troll Hunters. Number 4 is the Disney Afternoon, specifically a tie for DuckTales and Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. I mean, they announced Darkwing Duck, and it looked awesome. I had no intentions of getting Darkwing Duck, but I am really at my wit's end to figure out if I want them or not. If anything, I will get the Launchpad McQuack if he is not included in the DuckTales line. We haven't seen glam shots of DuckTales or Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, but I've been waiting for Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers pops, or just Chip 'n Dale in general, because they are my 2 favorite Disney characters. They've already been featured in a Kingdom Hearts double pack, but these are 2 of my all-time favorite childhood cartoons. I have DuckTales the movie. I just recently talked about Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. To actually have these characters in pop form would be a dream come true, not to mention that Tailspin is also being thrown into this group as well. Number 3 is the second wave of Batman the Animated Series. When I found out that they were coming out with a first wave, I was so excited because Batman the Animated Series, along with all of the other projects that Bruce Timm has given us over the years, is truly one of the greatest and possibly the greatest animated series of all time, and the pops came out beautifully. The ones that really stand out are Batman and most likely the Joker, because I just love the way they look. They just got the colors and the facial expressions to a T, and while I was really surprised with the choice of additional characters they are adding to the second wave, I am still very excited to see what these glam shots are going to look like, especially characters like Catwoman and Bane and Clayface. But I'm hoping that this line will still be successful and will still continue, because there are so many other characters that just need to be put into pop form and added to this collection. Number 2 is Mystery Science Theater 3000. I love this show. It was my high school era years, and it is just so much fun to see robots and a man just make fun of horrible science fiction and fantasy films. And when I found out that they were going to be turning Tom Servo and Crow into pops, I was so excited. I'm a little bit worried because I'm really curious to see if they will actually just be pops that are sold everywhere or possibly con exclusives. I really hope that that is not the case, because I need a Tom Servo and Crow in my pop collection, especially to go with my Metaluna Space Mutant from the Universal Monsters collection, because the actual full-length movie of Mystery Science Theater 3000 featured the film that creature was in, which is called This Island Earth, and they called him Uncle Scrotor. I mean, I just have to put these two characters next to Uncle Scrotor because they so badly want to give him a hug. And my number one anticipated pop line of 2017 is a line that I have been so patient for. It was the second wave of one of the first collections that I ever put together in my own pop collection, and that is the 1966 Batman television series Wave 2. I have been waiting for a Frank Gorshin Riddler, a Burgess Meredith Penguin, and they are coming this year. They were announced at the New York Toy Fair, along with a Yvonne Craig Batgirl, as well as two additional characters that I did not anticipate seeing, Mr. Freeze and King Tut. I am hoping that this is successful because I would love to see more characters made. I would love to see Alfred and Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara, and don't even get me started on the barrage of villains that were also featured and portrayed by brilliant actors of the time, like Ethel Merman, Vincent Price, and Milton Berle. So to get characters like Archer, Bookworm, Egghead, Lord Fogg, Mad Hatter, Zelda the Great. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to see all of these classic characters become pops? Not to mention a whole additional group of rides that we could see alongside the Batmobile, which was the first ride in the Pop Rides collection. Maybe the Batcopter, maybe the Batcycle, or maybe some awesome exclusives like Batman holding the Bat Shark Repellent? Let's find out. But anyway, those are my top 10 anticipated pop lines for 2017. Once again, Julith and Gina's playlists will be provided in the box below. This is a blind viewing, so I haven't heard about what their picks are, and I'm really excited to see what they are when they do in fact go up on the same day that my video does. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please put your comments in the box below. Let's talk about your most anticipated pop lines in 2017 and beyond. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.